One of the powerful dog species in the world, possessing one of the powerful dogs appeals to several people, not because they need a vicious creature, but because these creatures grow to be gentle giants. To know more about these powerful dogs, keep watching this video till the end. Here we begin. Number 5. Pit Bull. Let's start with our number 5 category, which is Pit Bull. First, let me inform you that the Pit Bull Terrier was initially developed from a hybrid of bulldogs with terriers. The emerging fresher breed is pound for pound the most dominant biter on this catalog. Oh guys, do you know their bite power? Well, you will find that their bite force is 235 pounds per square inch, and for this purpose, several people have inhumanly bred and tutored these dogs for crime combat. That is awful, because pit bulls may have the strongest heart for their possessors. But let me tell you, although they are powerful, they also adore loyal and cheerful pups who are interested in snuggling whenever they can. Pit bulls are also handily trained to abstain from utilizing their jaws despite their capacity to bite. And for this to be successful, the workout and socialization should begin at a relatively young age. So, what are its features? Have you seen this breed? If you have witnessed it, you must have recognized that pit bull-type dogs generally have athletic, big builds with wide chests and huge, square heads. They're notoriously specified dogs, so they won't abandon it handily when given a task, whether understanding a new trick or excavating a hole. And they generally love people, and by people, I don't mean to say only their owners, but also the strangers who crave attention. Workouts and socialization from a young age are crucial for pit bulls. Contrarily, their size and endurance can be hard to deal with, as they might pull hard on a belt or jump up on people to meet them. Hence, pit bulls are questionable when it comes to temperament in quantity, because they can be dogs of extremes. Nevertheless, several people are excellent companions, cheerful, generous to please, and relatively active. Number 4. Irish Wolfhound. The Irish Wolfhound is the tallest of all dogs enrolled by the AKC. Let me tell you that this breed, the 36-inch, 180-pound Irish Wolfhound, might not look like they classify among the most powerful dogs in the world. They appear more like they might be ranked as most honest or friendliest, but their quiet, dignified, and adoring demeanor only disguises the strength, stamina, and courage they also maintain in their huge bodies. So you will find that they were first bred as big game hunters. But surprisingly, these fascinating animals can take down grown-up elk or even a wolf, as their title indicates. And when we talk about its courage, tenacity, and hunting endurance, pound for pound, the Irish Wolfhound is placed head and shoulders above all the rest. You all know now that the defining trait of the Irish Wolfhound is its inflicting height, and that's why it is the tallest breed of dog. But a decent Wolfhound is more than barely a tall dog. It is a sturdy, still swift dog that is competent for running down and slaying huge animals. It has a common greyhound shape, only bigger and stockier, and you will find that their legs are long, their body relatively thin, their chest wide, and their waist relatively small. Like the maximum sighthounds, the tail is long and held up low. Irish Wolfhounds have courage as large as the rest of them. They are thoughtful, prominent, sensitive, and easygoing. Even though they can jog at tremendous speed, most of their activities around the house are in decidedly sluggish motion, and they are not snap-to-it compliance possibilities. Nevertheless, they will ultimately care for you, just at their rate. Number 3. Rottweiler. Next, we have number 3 on the list of the most powerful dogs, Rottweilers. It was first comprehended as an extraordinary breed by the AKC back in 1936. So you will find that the Rottweiler stands up to 27 inches at as extensively as 135 pounds. This is really not the largest dog on this list, but just like the Pit Bull Terrier, the Rottweiler carries other abilities to the ranks of the most powerful dogs in the world. Descended from the Mastiffs, Rottweiler is heavily muscled, especially in their hindquarters. This gives rise to skilled scouts who can chase down danger and hold it at bay. They maintain a fiercely defensive nature, protecting their owners just like a guardian angel. Unfortunately, that angel believes it is a toy poodle when there is no danger. Rotties are constantly willing to leap on the sofa and take a doze cuddled up against a household member. Now comes its features. Do you have any idea about it? Rottweilers are blocky dogs with huge heads. Ears lie relatively rigid to the head, which hangs down somewhat, and the muzzles are square and powerful. But Rottweilers can be a little flabby because of flexible flews, lips. You must be aware that they have been appointed for patrolling and safety work, and this must be maintained at all times. Also, the well-socialized Rottweilers get along satisfactorily with people and other dogs, but males can be bold and powerful. Athletic, intelligent dogs are completely convinced to conduct independently, so they require guidance right from the beginning. So we can say that the Rottweilers are relatively easy to protect for such huge dogs and have an inclination to obesity if not practiced enough. Coat care is the least. Short, weekly grooming will fill most of the time. However, some Rottweilers do drool a reasonable amount, particularly large males with loose lips. One of the most significant aspects to recollect with Rottweilers is that they require substantial and continual socialization to be good family partners. Therefore, training is a must and should begin in first puppyhood. Number 2. St. Bernard. Suppose you ever discover yourself deserted on a snowy peak in the Swiss Alps. In that case, there is just one dog you need coming to your liberation. St. Bernard is a credible lifesaver. This breed can endure incredibly cold temperatures to uncover lost adventurers and even warm liberated patients with their body heat. They are furthermore known as cheerful and interesting. These dog species, since the 17th century, are named extraordinarily muscled and enormous. You will find that they stand up to 30 inches at the shoulder and weigh as much as 180 pounds. And this makes 180 pounds of affection and tenderness, which can uncover and rescue someone forfeited under an avalanche. And that makes St. Bernard one of the most powerful dogs in the world. St. Bernards are understood as saviors for being such helpful dogs, progressing their name from the difficult St. Bernard pass in the Alps between Italy and Switzerland. As I already told you all, dogs are popular for rescuing people who have become relinquished in the snowy mountains and concealed in avalanches. They are certainly a loving and caring species of dog. St. Bernards adore temperate dogs. Their natural friendliness tends to offset an outsider's preliminary anxiety about moving towards such a big dog. Still, St. Bernards are equally sharp to safeguard family members who they think are infract because they are so thoughtful, soft, and tolerant. Saints can be particularly good for households with well-behaved kids, assumed to be extremely sympathetic and patient. Saints are thorough not to wound the child. While the dog must consume enough food to retain a decent weight, they are also advised not to be overfed. The abundance of strength can weaken the joints and deteriorate any difficulties in the dog's hips or elbows. Number 1. Mastiff. Now we have the most powerful dog in the world. The Mastiff is top of the list among the world's powerful dogs, with a name whistling near to massive and a body size same as that phrase. Most of this breed surpasses a completely grown adult male. Let me inform you all that they stand up to 30 inches at the shoulder and weigh a tremendous 230 pounds. The courage is in those numbers, just as their ancestry as bodyguards, since 3000 BC substantiates the quality of their strength and commitment. Let's now talk about its features. The Mastiff is enormous, powerful, and muscular. The head is big and square with a short muzzle, dangling jowls, and a black mask around the eyes and nose. And you will find that their eyes are tiny and dark hazel or brown. The tiny ears are gray, and they flop below. The tail is elevated on the rump, tapers to the tip, and attaches to the dog's hocks. The Mastiff is a formal yet good-natured creature. He is adored and affectionate toward his household, and his quiet demeanor gives rise to him as a good friend to older children. Still, the breed is not approved for toddlers because of its tremendous size. So, that's all for today. What do you think about it? Let me know in the comments. Remember to subscribe and smash the bell icon to get more uploads like this. Until we meet again, take care.